A strong wind and the sound of the barn doors banging woke me. I had not seen weather like this for a long time. Looking out of the window, memories came flooding back to me. Over 40 years ago, memories I'd kept secret for such a long time. After my initial part of the war, I had later been recruited into a covert special unit. My skills had caught the attention of the Allies, and I was more than willing to put them to use. I remember the day I joined. Winter had arrived, and I needed to make sure my aim was still true, that I truly was the man they had heard so much about. The cold cut through my hands like glass. Squeezing the trigger would be difficult, but I needed to test my aim. Hello, my old friend. Long for the emotions to come back to me. It was like I'd never put the gun down. Focus was key for the perfect shot. I fired reminded me of the struggle that had come before and how it was about to start once more. In the right situation, these weapons could be very deadly. The pistol was a great tool for close-range combat and tight spaces. I knew I could count on these as a last resort if needed. Although the rifle was my weapon of choice, if things ever got out of hand, these were my solution. Very effective if used correctly. Picking the right tools for the job could make all the difference between life and death. I was ready. I packed my things to head further north through Italy. The Nazis were on their back foot, falling back as the Allies pushed up through Italy. The enemy dug in at the Gothic line, an impenetrable line of mountainous defenses. Not a concern for me. I would be dropped in behind with one purpose: hunting and destroying Nazi secret weapons. Weapons they believed could change the tide of the war. This I would not let happen. As I looked deeper into the blizzard, I could hear the sound of crashing waves, the boom of a gun. I cannot hide this past anymore. My first assignment: to destroy a prototype gun that had immense range and firepower. Doing so would ensure Allied ships could keep supplies flowing as they continued their advance. I waited in the shadows for the optimal time to strike. Watching from a distance, I knew patrols would be lighter. Focused on my goal, I needed to make my way towards the gun. Staying undetected would greatly improve my chance of success. The gun began to fire. I could use this to my advantage. Carefully timed shots would keep my location hidden. My path to the turret was blocked. I'd have to find a way to open the door if I wanted to progress any further. I knew I mustn't hesitate so close to my objective, but what I found would set my course for the rest of the war. While searching for a key, I came across intelligence that proved invaluable. Wilhelm Leonhardt, the highly influential general known for developing advanced weaponry, he had set up base at a villa somewhere in the west. Taking him out could be critical to winning this war. There was no hiding my presence now, but I had to make it out alive. The information detailing the whereabouts of General Leonhardt would prove pivotal in stopping the deployment of Nazi wonder weapons. I'd cleared the way for my escape, ready to embark on my next mission. I had made it out. The information I'd found here would steer me towards a villa where General Leonhardt was based. I had to put an end to him. Doing so would cause great disruption to Nazi weapon development. After my first successful mission, I was eager for my next assignment. With the information I'd found, I did not have to wait long. I did not know the exact location of the villa, but I knew the highly decorated General Feldmarschall Wilhelm Leonhardt resided there. Eliminating a man that influential could change the tide of war. The mission was clear to me. Find the villa, eliminate Leonhardt. But one concern remained. A man of such high importance would surely be heavily protected. My best chance of survival would be to befriend the dark and avoid being spotted. There it was, the villa.
Untersuchen! Zurück, verdammt nochmal!
Leonhardt was not in his office, but the room contained many clues that would point me in the right direction. A meeting invitation. I was not fluent in German, but a German wonder weapon. I had never seen a tank like that before. Locked, but I had no doubt that Leonhardt knew the code.
euch das besser mal an!
It was time for Leonard to meet his fate. One less piece on the chessboard.
Untersuchen!
Was ist der?
Gott, ich sehe ihn!
The safe code. I wondered what was inside the safe, but heard the rumbling engine of an approaching truck. I needed to be quick. I needed to watch out for those reinforcements. A map. At first, I failed to realize the importance behind what I had found. The document revealed a prototype tank and its route to the front lines through a northern mountain pass. I had never seen a tank like this before. I did not have time to think. I had to escape the villa. could not get the tank out of my mind. How would I handle such a task? The document made it clear that the tank was designed to single-handedly end the war. High-ranking officials believed it could crush anything and everything in its path. I had to prevent it from reaching the front lines. I could not believe my eyes. These emphatically named wonder weapons, how many more were there? The tank documents were invaluable. Images, a map, and a plotted journey to the front lines via a northern mountain pass. Even in pictures, the tank looked malicious, intimidating, indestructible. If I were to take this beast down, I would have to prepare for its arrival. Following the map led me deep into the earth under the mountain pass, according to the documents the Germans had excavated using explosives. I had brought along my own explosives, teller mines, that I would need to lay on the path above ground. But would they be enough to bring the tank to its knees? This does not look like a natural formation, and this was not mentioned on the map I had found. It was some sort of Nazi facility. I was foolish to think I could reach my destination with no surprises.
Feindliche Granate!
Fresh air and light. I was nearing the path above ground. I I began to question my intel. Would the tank even be here? I figured these explosives might come in handy. Who knew what awaited me? Up and above ground. The next step was to find somewhere to lay the explosives. Could not leave any survivors. I had to stop anything that may hinder my plan. With the area cleared, I could place the teller mines. With the explosives in position, all I had to do was wait. And so the watchtower became my refuge. A time to prepare mentally for what was going to come up and over that mountain pass. I had to remember that only half the job was done. The explosives were set, yes, but the other half, the more difficult half, required flawless execution. Unwavering patience, perfect timing, the perfect shot. This was my opportunity to slay the beast, and I was not going to pass it up. As I sat and waited, I felt the watchtower begin to judder. The ground beneath me trembled. I could not yet see the beast, but its presence was felt throughout the mountain pass. The thunderous sputter of its engine danced in tandem with the rapid pounding of my heart. As my chest began to tighten and my skin crawl, I could but pray my preparations would be enough. Grinded to a halt. Why had it stopped? This was not part of the plan. I began to panic. I needed a way to draw it towards the telemines, the explosives. Shaken, the tank began to move. The trap was closing. Mines would not be enough. The tracks were blown off, but the turret chased me down. During my preparations, I had seen the hands of house in the area. It would be my only option. done. But enemies began to come from all directions. I was trapped. Corner of my eye, I saw movement. The tank commander began to flee. No witnesses. The commander could have important intel. It was worth checking. As smoke from the tank carcass bellowed into the heavens, I searched the tank commander's blackened uniform. The document I retrieved made my blood run cold. The document spoke of a prototype airplane known as the Horton, with unrivaled abilities using jet engines. It was landing at a nearby airfield. A flock of excited spectators would travel from afar to witness Germany's new airborne wonder weapon. Amongst those anticipating its landing would be Adolf Hitler himself. Would this be my chance to eliminate the mad orchestrator of this deadly war? With the Allies still held up at the Gothic line, making no progress, I could not stop. Seeing these weapons up close, I knew the damage they could cause if they ever made it to the front lines. Hitler's presence at the airfield to view the prototype aircraft was instrumental in putting an end to this war. Taking him out would change history. After sneaking through a ventilation tunnel, I had successfully infiltrated the airfield. I now had to find a good position for my assault during the prototype plane's showcase tomorrow.
Das wird... Eindringling!
I needed to make my way to the other side of the airfield. I was sure I'd find a good vantage point there. Avoiding detection was key for things to go to plan. The stakes were too high for things to go sour.
Ersten Dieren.
An underground bunker looked like it connected the airfield together. It was sure to be heavily guarded, but it was my only option for getting across the runway. I had to be careful whilst moving through the bunker. Being seen by the enemy could lead them to trigger the alarms. Some sort of planning room. Key information is sure to be around here somewhere. My target had changed. Hitler wasn't coming. The blizzard had made transport impossible. However, he was visiting a castle in the east in a few days, giving me another opportunity. The prototype aircraft was still scheduled to land tomorrow. Destroying it was now my only concern. I had made it out of the bunker alive. It was time to find an ideal location for my raid on the plane showcase. I had successfully made my way through the airfield and found an optimal spot to assault the aircraft. Now, all I had to do was wait for the snowstorm to ease. By the early hours, the blizzard had moved on. The prototype plane was set to land at the airfield soon, and my time to strike had come. I needed to take out the plane and do as much damage to the airfield before I left. The jet engines were a small target, but ones that would prove fatal to the aircraft. The alarms had been sounded. Some of the bodies I left must have been found. I was sure the whole airfield was looking for me now. The enemy would not hold back, but neither would I. I'd missed my chance on landing, but I could still get to it at the end of the runway. endless wave of Nazi soldiers stopped me moving forwards. This strange plane. Another prototype? It used jet engines just like the larger plane. A smaller, more mobile vehicle like this could be devastating on the battlefield. I had to destroy it. of respite. But I knew it would not last long. Another plane? How many more were there? Not when there could be more prototypes around. A bunker looked like it connected the center island to the rest of the airfield. I was certain there were more prototype vehicles there. prototype aircraft I could. It was time for my escape. I knew they wouldn't make it easy. I had made my escape from the airfield. I'm sure the damage I'd done would be invaluable in winning the war. My focus now was Hitler. I'd make my way east to the castle he'd be visiting. It was time to put an end to this. With another of the secret weapons destroyed, there was only one mission left, one I hoped would bring this all to an end. And so it all comes down to this. My opportunity to plant a bullet in the most dangerous man on the planet. Charismatic orator, vicious dictator, merciless executioner. Adolf Hitler, it is your time to die. I knew he would be here soon, arriving in the courtyard. There were lingering stories of his lookalikes, disguised men sacrificing their lives to protect the Fuhrer. If I get but one shot, one person to eliminate, it would have to be him. I would not achieve my objective lost in this maze of corridors. I had to find a clear view of the courtyard.
Ich kenn das Gebiet. Achtung!
I could feel the breeze coming down the stairway, a sign I was emerging from the labyrinth below. Now to find a vantage point from above for a clear shot. And so I waited here, in position for the Fuhrer to arrive. As I observed from above, like a hawk, I noticed several men that resembled Hitler. But which one was him? My intel mentioned his condition, a chest infection he had acquired during his last expedition to Russia. Hitler was no more. It was time for me to escape. As I fled, I pictured all that I had contributed to this war and smiled. postal gun, General Feldmarshal Leonhardt, the Mouse tank, the Horton aeroplane, and Hitler himself. I hoped, I prayed, that it was enough to bring a swift end to this madness. That was my final mission in the secret war against the Nazis. A few months later, Germany surrendered. After all I had done, all the things I had seen, for me the war was finally over.